Super fast tortoise in the game, ready to ignite. Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine rush fueling his creativity inside. Got a YouTube channel where he's shining so bright. MTG3, the show that takes flight. He's a lyrical beast, spitting fire with every bite. Rap metal flow, pounding beats to inside. No one can stop him, he's on a meteoric height. Super fast tortoise, the champion of the fight.
Good morning, hope you're up. Enjoy that coffee in your cup. Good morning from the shelf. Super fast tortoise does so well. Sit back, relax, time to chillax. Face the facts, morning coffee show intact. Let's enjoy the show, let's enjoy the flow. Morning coffee is the best. Chatting with friends, we are blessed. Drink to the mood, coffee for every dude. Have fun, enjoy the show. Let this channel grow. Let's enjoy the show. Morning coffee is the best. Chatting with friends, we are blessed. Drink to the mood, coffee for every dude.
Welcome everybody to Super Fast Tortoise Show. What's up? Please like this video. Please comment and chat with us. Please share this live so it reaches out, reaching to the multiverse of the social medias. We'd love for you to make this show as interactive as possible, to be interactive and awesome. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Get it. Roar. Good morning. How you doing, Hellbilly?
I'm doing great, especially after last night. Doing great.
Yeah, I was talking to Captain Waffles before the show about you talking smack on him. How you doing, Hellwheeler?
I'm doing all good. Had a mild panic beforehand. My headset was refusing point blank to do as it was told. But provided you guys are all hearing me just fine, that means it's finally sorted its paddy out.
Why are you talking? I don't hear you. No, I'm kidding.
See, I don't trust you at all. I think KJ's gone around and told everyone, oh, you know, but when she's talking, pretend you can't hear her.
Right.
Loves it.
Right. I'm kidding. I'm glad he got all that issue figured out. And in time, too.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, kjcowboydan.
Hey, howdy, hey, boys and girls. I'll tell you what, I've been sick. I missed out yesterday. I heard you guys had a lot of fun without me.
That's right. We were having all the fun with that. You were like, KJ's here. We're going to have a fun discussion to why he should be here every day on time, sick or not.
Yep.
If it makes you feel better, I may have woken up about 5:30 yesterday and then that's a lot later than I was expecting. I'm meant to be on the morning show right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It takes me a little bit of time to get up and things, so I didn't quite manage to make my way to my PC in time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you missed yesterday. Yesterday we were talking about TV shows and stuff we loved, like old
Sounded
cartoons.
like a good topic, and I realised I missed it. I was like, God dang blaggit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were talking about old action figures from the shows. We were talking about channels we missed. We were talking all the fun stuff yesterday.
And we missed the fun, Dan.
I believe we missed out on a little bit of fun. Serves me right for being sick, right?
Right.
It serves me right for sleeping.
You know, I perfectly planned it. Like, I was like, oh, yeah, KJ's going to be sick. I should make this show epic, make an epic subject, for him to miss. Because that's how it works. I just distinctively knew you were sick. And I'm like, let's go against KJ. I'm not kidding. I don't know.
Actually, he ain't. Don't let him lie to you. He ain't kidding. That's because we talked about it before we started the show. Yeah, he wanted to make the topic before, since he found out that you were sick and that you wasn't going to be here either, Hellwheeler. So, yeah.
All right. Captain Waffles. I'm beatable. Laughing loud. That's right. All right. That was a tough game. I was in the lead for a while. And then I got sidewinded by Hillbilly.
He wouldn't do a thing like that.
But yeah, yesterday was a good show. We were talking about like X-Men, the animated series, Spider-Man, the animated series. We talked about He-Man, Masters of the Universe. We were talking about all the shows we liked, like Batman animated series, how classic that was.
Oh,
You know, and all the toys that surrounded it. And so today, well, I wanted to like continue the conversation a bit, saying why hobbies are important to us, because we have lots of hobbies. I mean, some of us look like we have a hoarder's house.
Hey! The pictures I send you are in confidence. That we don't talk about it.
We don't
Hoarders,
talk about.
we need to talk about
KJ.
something. Do we need to start talk about that little hoard collection growing behind you?
We
That
need to
wants
do
to
this.
spread out amongst the whole house.
What we need to do is we need to do this thing where we sit KJ in the center, and we'll sit all around him, and we'll talk to him, tell him that he might have.
Uh-oh, he cut out.
That's because blasphemy gets the magic.
Blasphemy. That's funny. No. Yeah, you guys can hear us all fine, right?
Yeah. You cut out there just for a second. You're back.
KJ can't send feed pics. Is he sending? That's right.
Waffle, stop asking for the feet pics, okay?
Hey, just because I
Can't have
can't
them.
be, yeah, we can't. But just because I also can't be part of like that culture, doesn't mean you don't get a forehead pictures every once in a while.
Alright, plus Waffles, do you really want pictures of feet? They haven't been kept in the jar.
Uh-huh. Well, here's another thing to think about. KJ constantly talks about. He talks on the phone to his son. He has no hands. How is he even talking? His head's in a jar. Phones are most likely not waterproof. How is he communicating? He can't even touch the phone. How is it answering? Is it the new Alexa? Answer the call.
Well, theory. They have microphones that they use to record whale song. Well,
Right.
pop one of those inside my jar.
Uh-huh.
I got Becky. She's my assistant. She's been doing a lot better since she learned how to make coffee last week.
Oh, she's only just learned to make coffee last week. I think that was where your problem was. You didn't train your staff.
But she pops the little waterproof microphone in there. She hits the button, as long as she doesn't decide that she's sitting there swiping right on some whatever dating app she's got on that phone. I can make telephone calls pretty good.
Your assistant, Becky. We got to really confront KJ with his imaginary friends. Got to let him know that imaginary friends are not real. They're in his head. That's why they're imaginary.
Yeah, explain to me my last birthday.
That would be 7 and Q coming together and bringing you a dead mouse.
I'm dreading my birthday.
You're dreading your birthday.
That's when his colonoscopy is coming up.
The consultation
of it.
Yeah, consultation coming up on my birthday.
So that's a perfect way to spend your birthday. Happy birthday. Let's stick something up where it's not going to see.
But your family will give you like a sympathy upgrade on all the gifts. Instead of getting like the Nintendo, you got the Sega. They're going to give you that sympathy upgrade.
Look, the Sega had 3 buttons, the Nintendo had 2.
Exactly.
You can upgrade it, right? But wait, if you just wait a little bit longer, you can have the Super Nintendo where it has 4 buttons plus 2 bumpers on top. So that's 6.
What, you mean an Xbox controller?
Then I'll just wait 6 months longer and get a Dreamcast. Yeah.
That was a fun console. Too bad it was ahead of its time, but before its time. Like it was.
Yep.
It came out too fast that all its competition got to look at it and said, "We can do easier and better."
Yep.
It was, but that controller.
Oh, the memory card they put into that could work as like a little extra part of the game was awesome.
Oh, it was. It was indeed.
I remember playing a game called D2, which stands for December 2nd. And while I was playing for a while and I got lost, and I looked down at my controller and realized I had a compass on my controller because the digital memory card.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool how integrated it was. Like, it was ahead of its time, but it was before its time too. It was ahead of its time because of what it could do, but it was before its time because they didn't install the ability to play DVDs and stuff that the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox had when it came out. Even though with the Xbox you had to get the attachment for it, but it couldn't do that. But it could play music. That was fine.
Oh no, when I originally chose between PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 for my very first ever console, I went with the PlayStation 3 because purely on the fact that I wanted a Blu-ray player as well.
Oh yeah, the Blu-ray player. That's
And
the nice thing
360 didn't
about
come with it.
it's the nice thing about the PlayStation's going on up. Now they play DVDs, they play Blu-rays, PS5, PS4. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you can convince your parents into buying you a game system by saying, "I just want to watch Blu-rays." It just coincidentally plays games as well.
And your dad looks at you all seriously. What the hell is a Blu-ray?
What, these VHS cassettes that we got in the living room piling up on the floor over in there? You can't watch those VHS cassettes? Come on,
Right.
we got
The real
VHS
is-
cassettes.
No, I haven't got an adapter yet for my TV. I have a VHS player, but I haven't got a. I need to get an adapter because my TV doesn't have the RGB, not the RGB, the SCART input.
The real is MTG says, "What's up, guys? I tested Weird Start last night. Same deck, just different playstyle. How are you all? Hope all is well with everyone. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. KJ's getting over a little sickness. Like yesterday, he was really down with the sickness. He said, 'Come on, get up, get down with the sickness,' and he was seriously in that song right there."
And then a little bit later that night, I was, "Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the..." I know everybody wanted me to finish that, but I didn't.
But you know, but at the end of the day, he felt like a smooth criminal. That's right. Talking about a good era of music.
Did you just see Real Wizard's reply? Did he sneeze and go, "Oh, ha, 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 ha"?
Maniacal
Honestly,
laugh.
somebody try to sneeze and then do an evil laugh after their sneeze. I'm not sure it's possible.
All right. Oh my lord. See like little booger bubbles. He's like, "I'll get those later."
He'll get Becky to get the fishing net out.
It's like a self-feeding system. Disgusting.
Well, you won't go. Well, you won't go hungry.
Oh my goodness, it's devolved.
Oh man, we're crazy.
It's devolved so much, I can't spell mug anymore. I put a C in it. So Real Wizard, that says mug, not mug. I can't spell honest.
It can. Well,
The
it's like mine.
post-season, the post-Christmas delirium is set in, boys and girls. Post-Christmas delirium.
He can't say it even himself now.
Post-Christmas delirium. You know, one of the closest gifts I got for Christmas is in this box. This box. My son got this for me.
And
Cool.
you haven't opened it?
I've opened it. See, it opens like this.
That's a hefty box.
It is.
Yeah, the thing inside is heavy.
We're waiting.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Fabergé
Yeah.
egg.
It's a
It's a
dragon
spinning
egg.
Fabergé egg.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, but
Oh, and it breaks.
there's like football shaped dice in them.
Oh,
Oh,
no, that's cool.
nice.
How
Yeah.
good are they at rolling, though, those dice?
Well, these dice are kind of weird. Here we go. There's numbers. There's numbers on both sides, and you roll it like a regular dice. And whatever side's up, and whatever number showing on the upside is the number you rolled.
Huh.
And it's a full
Intriguing.
D&D set. like I have to get used to the idea that it's a D&D set, but it's a full D&D set. Like right here, it's an 8-sided. Oh, I didn't realize. I just noticed on the tips. I don't know if you can see it, but it tells you what side of dice. This is an 8-sided dice. So this is like a 8-sided dice.
Huh.
So we.
Yeah.
That's
That
weird
is
to
quite,
think about.
that's cool.
But
And it's got a cool little home to keep it in.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's a little. It's got to be like 5-6 pounds,
Wow.
and it spins. Woo, really well.
I think the spinning really adds to it.
Yep.
Like it's a display piece. But right now, until I fix things up, I don't have a good display area for it. But I got 3 sets of D&D dice. One I tried showing off earlier to see how it worked on camera. They're Galaxy dice. You can look up Galaxy dice on Amazon.com, and you'll see that they're like sparkly little dice, but inside the dice is a liquid. So when they spin, the inside is still spinning for a while.
Oh,
But it's
interesting.
liquid. Yeah. All right, try and put this back.
I need to sort my display area out. It's started to overload a little bit, so I need to redo it.
Yeah. And I don't know if you noticed, but I'm wearing a D20 necklace right now.
Oh, he's
Oh,
dicing it all over the place.
Right? And inside this die, this little die right here, are very tiny playset of D&D dice. So if I'm out and about and someone wants
wow.
to go on the
You've
street,
got a dice inside your dice.
Yep, that's when someone on the street says like, "We're going to throw down some D&D right now," and I could be like, "Okay, take this off," and start rolling dice.
You're going to lose those little dice pretty quickly, though. So
All
you
right.
want to make sure you've got a tray to roll them in.
All right. In D&D terms, your swag is dripping nat 20s.
That's right.
How long did it take you to make that joke, Dan? Were you waiting the whole conversation?
No, I just said it. It's one of those stupid things you just say right off the top of your head.
It worked. It worked. It's dripping nat 20s. That's right. Like it could have been a critical. You know, sometimes when I
Ooh.
dress critical one, you know. But yeah, that's one of the like I got 3 sets of D&D dice. Like these dice, I'll probably never use. But I'll probably like they're in here. I don't know if you can hear them shaking.
Yeah.
But they're too tiny. But I like the idea they're in here. They're in the necklace. The dice is sealed with this loop right here, so it's not going to open up because it's sealed in there. But if I take off the loop, I can open up and get to the dice.
Cool.
Crazy.
Oh, well, it's good to know those dice aren't going to, make a bid for freedom.
Right. But it's about the hobbies. I'm thinking about hobbies and stuff. We're going to go to the first bumper.
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. So many creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
What's right? You got to hit it hard. We're going to some dice and play some D&D and go far. That's right. No, I'm kidding. We're getting back on track to the way things go. We're going to hit with the flow. And the one person knows where the flow is going, be Hillbilly for what we're going to be showing. Hillbilly,
Oh.
what are we showing?
That'd be the card of the day.
Card of the day.
That's right. Card of the day. Overwhelming Stampede. This bulk jank rare has been winning Hillbilly games lately.
Oh, yeah.
Hence why I need to run like more board wipes.
This card right here won me the game last night.
Hmm?
I get for 5 mana. It's not bad because you because it's a sorcery speed card, and until the end of turn, creatures you control gain trample
Right?
and get +X, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. So your biggest creature is how much power you put into your other creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And you give them trample. That's a game-winning card right here.
Right. So another expensive card you might want to get for your deck is a Credit Hoof Behemoth.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's an expensive card. This one's like a 50-cent jank card. But the Crater Behemoth is not.
Yeah. Well, I've been supporting this card here. It's thrown me, some good games and enabled me to win with the cards that I do have on the battlefield.
I like how they call this card Overwhelming Stampede, and it shows one rhino and a bunch of people behind it. Like, how overwhelming is a stampede? Like, I'm expecting to see like dinosaurs in this picture, or elephants and other animals that were just moseying around and were forcing a stampede. But no, this looks like a lot of people charging a rhino, and the rhino is running for its poor life.
Yeah. Now, this card, the artwork, I don't agree with it either, Tortoise, because you got the one rhino looks good on it.
Mm-hmm.
But why not have more rhinos? I mean, have artwork with just a bunch of rhinos running.
Right.
Then it would look more like a stampede.
That's right. This is more like people chasing a rhino. This card costs 3 generic, 2 greens. The sorcery says until in turn, creatures you control get +X, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Oh, it doesn't gain trample. Oh no, gain trample in that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good bulk card, worth the money, worth the spread of the board. If you're having lots of creatures, it's a pretty decent card. Especially last night when HILLBILLY gave us creatures +48, and then trample.
Yep.
That was insanity.
And I top decked it at that.
Top
deck, and my deck was way itsy bitsy tiny small.
You know what you need? Another card your deck could use is the blue sorcery tutor. I can't remember what it's called. It costs 1 blue, and you get search your library for an instant sorcery card, reveal it, and put it on top of your deck. You know, having one of those will mean you have 2 chances of pulling this.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. But anyways, it's pretty cool. All right. I saw your message. Hold on.
Mystical Tutor.
Captain Waffles. Mystical Tutor. Yes, Coach. Yes. Captain Waffles made pancakes today. That's his name.
Pancakes?
Pancakes. You know, you expect Captain Waffles to make waffles, but he's having pancakes.
Well, isn't like the pancake just like the illegitimate cousin of the waffle?
Well, what came first, the pancake or the waffle?
I'm sure your pancakes aren't actual pancakes, though, are they?
Mm-hmm.
See, these aren't pancakes. They're too fat for pancakes.
No, those are pancakes.
They're much nicer.
No,
and they
those
are
pancakes in the U.S. What you have are crepes.
No, they're pancakes.
Our pancakes are thick. Our crepes are thin.
You looked at our pancakes and went, "Oh, somebody put some fat on that pancake."
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, because when we eat food in America, we like to feel the food in our mouth. We actually like the taste of food, right? We want to feel like we're eating something. It's not like we pick up a piece of paper and be like, this is delicious. Let me bite into this. You know,
see, that's why you roll your pancake up and you make it into a nice sort of a sausage shape, which has got all the toppings in the middle of it.
Wait. You're telling me in order to enjoy a pancake in Europe, I got to do extra work to eat it?
You don't have to.
Well, I don't have to, but if I want to enjoy it, I have to put extra work into eating.
Well, it depends on how many toppings you put into it.
Right. Well,
and how big a piece you want in your mouth.
See, toppings, it's in the word. Top.
Yeah, once you roll it up, it becomes innards.
Innings. Yeah, innards, exactly. Yes, toppings. It goes on top.
Well, I have quite a thin topping.
We can't even debate this. I mean, in Europe, football is the wrong game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What is
football's the right game? You've named it wrong because you wanted to
name it. and then what the heck is rugby, for God's sake?
Right?
That's the version of what you're
crumpet. You gotta drink tea to understand crumpet.
Crumpets are good. Don't diss the crumpets. They're kind of like your fat pancakes here, but they've got holes in it.
Buddy. I'm kidding. No, look, this is a pancake in the U.S. If you like it or not, it's not going to change.
Yep. Just give me some butter and give me some syrup, and I'm a happy hillbilly.
That's right. Like when I'm making pancakes, I'll cook some frozen fruit to make it warmer and more chewable, and we'll add it on. Some put vanilla ice cream or whipped cream on this stuff.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's like a crepe, but better.
Oh yeah, better and thicker.
That's right.
More fulfilling.
Mm-hmm. It's like how we like our magic decks, thick.
Yep. Well, mine wasn't that thick when I got done with it last night.
All right. Now let's get to some other pictures of the day. First of all, boom. How to summon me out of bed in the morning. You create a pentagram of coffee from dark to light roast. Then you
coffee.
That's right. That's right. You say, need the coffee, smell the coffee, oh, mighty tortoise. And I smell the brew, the fresh pot brew.
Ooh, yeah.
And something inside me wakes up. I start to move. But slowly, the energy's starting to build. The smell of coffee is giving me strength. The strength to sit up enough to get my feet on the floor. Will I have the strength to get up and stand up to walk to the coffee pot? We'll see, but the summoning of the tortoise is working.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Now, I just want to point out something I've never noticed before about this. Every time we see a variant of this meme, we pointed out the different shades of the coffee as to people's preferences. But notice they summoned their cups full. They didn't summon the pot to be full as well. I would have summoned the pot to be full, so that way once the cup is full, and you're sharing it amongst 5 people, assumingly, in your coven, I would have had like a second pot ready. Just summon the pot full too.
I could have said,
pot's empty.
Did you really think that pot was going to fill all 5 glasses and make a refill? No, you've got to fill the glasses and have the pot filled.
What is
well the thing is, you gotta drink all the pots of coffee, the little cups of coffee. You gotta drink the cups of coffee before you get to the pot. That's how it works. You start with the dark roast where it's all bitter and dark and full of energy. Then you start working yourself lighter so you get sweeter throughout the time you're waking up. And by the time you're done, you're gonna be like, it's time to make a new pot.
Yep.
I mean, to be honest with you, with the size of those cups, that coffee pot itself would not fill all 5 of those cups.
Nah, one cup would be one cup probably half full. These cups are all full.
Right, like
you people in your cup was always half full.
Yeah, a coffee pot like that would fill up 4 cups of coffee. But if you look at the coffee craft, that's what they're called, is a craft. If you look at the craft, it is clean, like it never had coffee in there. So you know the coffee was been special summoned. Yeah. But when you're specially summoned out of bed with all that coffee and you get coffee, you want more coffee. You got 1 cup, 2 cups, 3 cups, 4. I drink the whole pot and still want more.
I mean, has anyone invented the coffee maker that turns on at
yes,
a set
Mr.
time in
Coffee.
the morning?
Yeah.
That turns on at a set time in the morning, makes your coffee, and then with like a little drone or something, takes the mug of freshly made coffee exactly the way you want it and flies it to your bed and just hovers it above your head so you wake up to that smell.
Now you're just being
speaking
lazy.
my language. You know how awesome it would be if I had a little drone with arms that could make a perfect cup of coffee and deliver it to me, so when I wake up, I'm like, oh, thank you.
Stop thinking about trying to send packages and things with drones. No. Just in-house drones to bring us our coffee.
That's right.
Hell, I can't talk about Mrs. Hillbilly because I know y'all talking about her because every time I wake up from my bed, there sits a cup of coffee right next to her.
I thought every time you wake up, it's with an overwhelming fear of dread, and she's holding a baseball bat in her hand, staring at you.
It's the coffee or the bat. Which one would you like? Are you getting up or not?
Yeah, kind of like both.
Kind of like both. Fighting. The next
He's got an
picture.
interesting morning routine.
The next picture of day. Boom.
Somebody needed to put Dan bobbing about in this, though.
Ooh, Captain Waffle says he makes his pancakes from scratch. That's right. All hell the evil being Cane Shaker. What's up?
Cane shaker. All hail the evil bean.
That's right. But look at that coffee cup. I need a coffee cup that size for my
Really?
coffee.
I honestly think we need a little diving board to be added, and then Dan's head to be sat on the edge of the diving board, just about ready to go. Good morning. Just dives into the coffee.
Good morning. Dive into coffee. Hell yeah. Dive into coffee. That's
Somebody
fun,
animate that for us.
right? Like put a diving board and have a Smurf walk on the diving board and like dive into the coffee. Yep, that'd be awesome. And then the next picture I picked just for KJ because he probably sees this every morning with something. Too much Monday, not enough coffee. But look at that paw reaching out of the bed.
That's Q. That's trying to nick his coffee.
Yep. I know.
Yeah.
KJ's all well up in tears and like, that's my cat's all right. Hit me right in the feels.
Oh, hit me right in the feels every day. It seems like Monday.
Monday.
Before my coffee.
And sometimes that's how I felt today trying to get out of bed. I'm like, my arm reached over to turn off the alarm. I'm like, I don't want to get up. I'm like, oh, my coffee's right there. All right. Because
I might consider getting up now that there's coffee around me.
Well, see, at night I'll make myself a cup of coffee and I'll set it beside me with a glass of water. So when I wake up, I have a lukewarm cup of coffee to wake me up as I start up the setup of the show, like set up the desk, the laptop, and everything, and start working on the show. I have something to drink while the coffee pot is percolating fresh hot coffee. So I have coffee from the get-go and it advances to hot coffee throughout the morning. Yeah. There's a lot of work there. A lot of work. Not a Smurf, but a bean with arms and legs. That'd be fun. Not enough coffee. That makes me feel depresso. That's right. Depresso.
Depresso.
I mean, isn't a bean with arms and legs just the M&M's adverts?
I know I'm not the greatest rapper in the world, but would you be a coffee? Whoa! I don't know if you know that song. I know I'm not the greatest rapper in the world, but would you please be my girl? Okay. I love that song for a kid for a minute. And I don't know why. It's a crappy song, but it's a legitimate song. I don't even know the name of the song. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's the name of the title. I don't know. But yeah. It was one of those songs that were supposed to be catchy, but it wasn't really catchy.
I don't recall ever hearing that one.
Yeah, it was on Music Channel. Music channels back in the day didn't fly far. It was one of those songs that just never caught. I mean, at that time, you were competing with "Pretty Fly" as like one of the top songs of the month.
Oh yeah. It's hard to compete with The Offspring. I think.
Yeah, because uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis. Want to hear a joke, decaf? That's right. That's right. Right, now let's get to the second portion of the show where we show a question of the day. But if you have a picture of the day or a question of the day, you can be part of Discord and share your pictures and question of the day. It don't have to be coffee related, like we had pancakes earlier from Captain Waffles. You get a shout out like Captain Waffles did. And if you have a question of the day and you want to participate in the show with a question of the day, you can post a small video on the Discord for a question of the day. Let's get that. Presented by Discord, we have the question of the day. All right, this question is designed to get your brains thinking. It is by Joptimus Prime AI.
If you could, would you host a convention? And what would that convention be about? Big or small?
So if you could, would you host a convention like a Comic-Con or something like that? Would you host it? What would that convention be themed about? Right? What would be the theme of the convention? And again, it could be a big convention or it could be a small convention. Get you thinking, right? Right.
It does.
Well, after I was done being a karaoke DJ and I had moved to upstate New York and was doing karaoke part-time and DJing very part-time at that moment, I switched everything over to event management, and I started doing cosplay events and fan artist events.
Oh.
You know, that veered into pop culture. And I didn't get more than probably about 200, 300 people coming to an event, but I'd like to take that to the next level.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Take that to the next level. Ooh, anybody else got any juice to add to the conversation? Something to fire up the brain cells.
Well, the only thing I've ever had was a support group for brain aneurysms when I had my brain aneurysms.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I ever had. And it was, I had support from that through I can't think of the name of the baseball player, but there was a famous baseball player back in the day that died from brain aneurysms.
Ooh. Some serious stuff, though, you know?
Yep.
So would you host a convention about brain aneurysm support and whatnot? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'd do that again.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. You know, people might need that.
Yep. I mean, they do, because I mean, what you hear about mostly is cancer. It's always cancer this, cancer that. You hear more about cancer than you do anything else. When cancer, it can kill you, yes, but brain aneurysm will kill you much quicker than cancer.
Years ago, Kane Chicker says years ago the comic book collectors convention was theme was we all have issues. That's right.
But that's one thing that's different between brain aneurysms and cancer.
Mm-hmm. No, that's very true. Very true. But yeah, that's definitely something that can work. Is like a brain aneurysm convention where people can get together and be like, "I'm a survivor," and we can create awareness and stuff like that.
Joe Nurko.
Sure,
Yeah,
Joe
Nurko.
Oh,
I think that's a baseball player.
I thought you was making fun of Joe Dirt. I'm like,
no.
All right. How about Hellwheeler?
Yes.
Hey, what's your answer to the question?
You'll have to remind me the question.
The question is, if you could host a convention of some sort, what would it be? What would its theme be?
Well, I don't know. I think it'd have to be something to do with cats and chairs.
Cats and chairs. Cats and chairs. Cats and chairs. Cats and chairs. Cats and chairs.
Because we all know, and every wheelchair user that has a cat knows, they always have to fight their cat for possession of their own chair.
No, that's true.
You leave it for a second for whatever reason, whether you're popping onto the toilet, you're transferring onto your bed, onto another chair, and next thing you know, there's a cat on your chair again.
Mm-hmm. It's because you get all nice and warm. It's like, oh, thanks for warming my spot up.
But like when you go to the toilet, you want to transfer back to your chair afterwards.
Right.
And there's a cat now there.
Right.
Well, I have an issue with my dog. I got this one certain chair in my living room that I sit in. I sit in it every day. I'll get up out of that chair, go to the restroom, go to the kitchen, grab a bite to eat, go back into my living room. Dog's laying in that chair asleep. He jumps right in that chair as soon as I can get up. So yeah, that dog does it too.
Whew. Animals, they like to steal in your spot. It's like when I get out of bed, my cat Onyx will steal my spot. So if I ever want to go back to my spot, I have to bug him and beg him and plead to him to get out of my spot so I can get back in that spot.
Yep.
He doesn't. He just doesn't. I don't know. But I can answer this question because I thought about this question when I made this question. If I could host a convention I would make a super fast tortoise toy and collectibles convention. It'd be like the Quad Cities Toy Show, but people can come with their hobbies, right? Toys, comics, and things like that. And people can come and hang out, have a fun time buying stuff from vendors, hanging out, meeting the crew and cast of the morning show. And we'll have little games and events hosted so people can win prizes.
You want to have a bouncy house there?
No, no bouncy house. Not a toy collection show.
Hey, blanket.
Yeah. You wouldn't even be able to get on a bouncy house. All right. but there'll be like fun magic tournaments. Like there'll be magic stuff there. There'd be toys, comics, cards and stuff. But instead of just making it like a vendor show where everybody's there just for the vendors, there'd be actual entertainment value added to it. If I had the money and the support, I'd add the entertainment value where you'll have like a live band on stage in one area. You'll have like if you're gonna vendor food at the convention, it has to be geek themed food. Like Magic the Gathering or comic books or like Marvel or DC kind of food or toys. Like you got to name off toys. Like it has to be themed. And the key thing is when you're at this show, if you ever want to drink, you have to pay for everything, but the coffee is free.
Ooh, give me coffee.
Right.
And what would a coffee theme name be?
The coffee theme would be named after different turtles.
Okay, I'm just wondering what like because if it were like a magic convention and you had like coffee theme, would you like name it Mana? What would you call the coffee? Like turtle soup or
like the strong coffee be called the Snapping Turtle Surprise. You'll have a terrapin coffee, which will come in a special cup that's both waterproof, where you can set it in like a pool and it won't spill. Stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. I don't know. It's imagination. I can make crap up too.
Hey, I kind of wanted to know because I might invest in your coffee brand.
Super Fast Tortoise. The Super Fast Tortoise coffee is coffee with 5 shots of espresso.
Ooh.
It's there to get you going. But yeah, that's the kind of convention I want, like a geeks convention. People who do comic books, do trading cards, people who do toys. That'd be awesome. And it has to be an event. It can't just like we went to the Quad Cities Toy Show and all it was vendors. They had cosplayers there like a long time ago. I don't know if I still have the picture, but I took a picture of Spider-Man once when I was, this is when my wife got the C word back in the day, because that's where she originated for her, was at that convention. That's why we haven't gone to any conventions later on, because we're afraid of people now. The C word being COVID.
I definitely think if I've got a convention, there's definitely going to be some demonstrations of expert techniques of removing the cat from your chair so you can transfer onto it. And then there will also be the oops, the cat's escaped.
Oh yeah, and I can see how that'd be good, because you're not like just a regular walker, right? You can't just get out of your chair, cat steals your chair, and you can walk over the treats and shake the treats. You have to process how you get the cat out of your chair.
Exactly. So you've got the different scenarios as to whether or not you are stuck on the toilet, in which case you're not in a very modest position to be able to easily go grab something like treats.
Right.
Of course, step one would be just to leave treats in every single room.
Right.
But that's a lot of treats, and you've got to leave them in places that the cats aren't going to open them themselves. I do not trust my cats not to knock them over and get them.
Right. Yeah, and like it's doing it without a shock collar, right? You could be like, I got a shock collar, that'd be easy. They get in my chair, press the button, bzz, they're gone. But no, that's in you.
Yeah, I don't think that one's allowed.
No, this is more of a humane way of getting them out of your chair, like using a spatula and flipping them off the thing, turning your kitten into a football and tossing it into a couch.
Yep.
I'm kidding. One of the card themes could be step right up and feed your pet crack addiction. That's right. But anyways, that has been the question of the day, and I was hoping we had a good turnout with that, and I think we did. Everybody had their unique perspectives. Cats on chairs. We had KJ's thing. My brain just went dead on that one. I don't know why.
Do more pop culture events, yeah.
Yeah, pop culture events, and Hillbilly with his brain aneurysm support group convention. Pretty good. And with that, my friends, we're gonna hit this button.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.
The moves, the strategies, and the flair. Super fast tortoise is running the show. The crowd goes wild wherever he goes.
That's right. Like, comment, subscribe, everybody. If you haven't liked this video, what are you doing? If you haven't shared this video, what are you doing? Share this video with your friends on social medias, everywhere you can. Let's get the word out that Super Fast Tortoise is the place to be. Being part of the creep is the place you want to see. That's right. I don't know why I'm trying to rhyme so hard, but I am. Well, check it out. Check it out. The subject today is why a hobby is important to us. Hence, why my answer was all hobby related, because I knew we were going to get into this topic. Hobbies are important to us in the Shell Morning Coffee. Woo woo. Mm-hmm. So, thinking about stuff, calming down, relaxing. Hobbies are important to us. KJ, I want to call you out now. What's the first hobby that pulled you into the world of collecting?
My first acknowledgeable is comic books, of course. Growing up without my father, you had comic books to give me some sort of moral background. There was always a good guy. There was always, that guy there, and that started my collecting.
Yeah, comic books. You'd always find yourself immersed in the world of the stories you read.
Oh, well, you are Peter Parker, right? You are that character that you spend your time emulating, while you spin webs in your imagination running through the park, and then you've read the most recent episode of I don't know, X-Men or whatever back in the 90s, and you're like, yeah, that's cool. I like that as my life,
Oh yeah. See, comic books is hard for me to get into because I hated how a lot of comic books would give you like a part of the story, right? You read like a 15, 20 page comic book, and it's just this part of the story, and they try to leave you on a cliffhanger or something, and they're like, well, you gotta wait till the next comic book comes out. Or if you're like me, you got into comic books when they're already out and you couldn't find the second half of the story, you just got stuck with half the story or part of the story. You're like, this sucks. Especially when the internet wasn't my thing at the time. I was actually looking through comic books through the store was closing and they were selling comic books for like 10 cents a piece, and I was buying comic books left and right just because I wanted the comic books of famous characters. And I was reading them, and the more I was reading them, I realized it was a faceless Hellwheeler, and I was like, these comic books don't complete a story.
Yeah, well, that's always been a problem I had even as a kid too. I'd get my allowance and I'd buy as many comic books as I possibly could, and then certain case scenarios, they crossed over with other lines. So you wanted to complete the story, you also had to buy, I'm reading Spider-Man now, but now I got to read Night Watcher. Then from Night Watcher, I got to cross over to Ghost Rider,
Right. And so what I learned after that is like after a series is out, like say Spider-Man storyline's out, like a booklet that's not as collectible, but it's the full story. in a book of a comic, and I'd buy a couple of those when I had the money and read the entire story through that way because it made sense.
Yeah, those omnibuses are really good reads if you find any of those omnibuses in the comic book form, and they are highly collectible for some people. My deal with them was I wanted to kind of read into the whole story, so I needed to get those side episode or issues, the side issues, and those crossover issues. And the omnibuses, they only give you the crossover issues in those big books,
Right.
For the storyline. If like the storyline a main part of it happens in one of those other books, so it's really abridged in the long run.
Right. Oh yeah, and Hillbilly.
Yo.
You look like you've been wanting to say something.
Well, what got me into collecting is basically just, learning Magic, because I wasn't much of a collector and stuff until I started playing Magic. Now I just, collect Magic cards. That's really the only thing that got me into it.
See, my collecting started with toys. I used to play with toys all the time. I'd play with toys till the age of 18, or 19 actually. Then I went to Job Corps and lost my love of toys. Not like love, but I my love for playing with toys kind of dropped out. So I gave my entire collection of toys to my nieces and nephew, and I thought they were in good hands. Then find out like about half a year later that they completely destroyed them in the fields of Montana, and I'm like, what? What? So ever since then, I've been trying to recoup my collection, which I got a large portion of my collection back of Transformers, not my entire toy collection. But yeah, Hellwheeler.
Yep.
What about you? What started you collecting in your hobbies?
I mean, my first collection would be my pencils, which is just a collection of each pencil from every place I've been. It's not quite the same as something that other people would value.
Right.
But I do tend to collect my electronics. I'm not one that likes to get rid of my old tech if I can help it. But it probably wasn't really till I was an adult, and then you enter the world of all the other collectibles, and now I've got a collection of Hot Wheels, Pokemon cards, lolcow cards, and all sorts of bits. So.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Love it. Like, look, I don't know if it's a woman thing or not, but like even my wife likes collecting little things. She likes different little pins, like writing pins, like different writing pins. She likes funny looking pencils, but she likes collecting little mini brands things. She loves really small toys. So when she collects the small toys, she loves them. She absolutely has a blast. But I'm just sharing that because I'm letting you know you're not the only person out there who likes these pencils or something like that.
It seemed to be something that didn't matter where I would go, they would always have it. Like my mum, she collected bookmarks, but as we've been going, a lot of places have stopped doing bookmarks now. So it's getting harder and harder for her to get that collectible for to show where she's been. And I think as I was younger, I saw my mum start to struggle finding them. And I was like, I'm just going to go with pencils. I like stationery for some strange reason. I don't like using it. I just like having it. Right. But so pencil seemed something I would always get from a place.
Right. Oh yeah, I like the spoons. I get it.
Yeah, my grandmother collected those spoons.
Yeah, we have a huge collection of spoons here that was given to us by kjcdude from his mother, who collected spoons from her travels around the world.
Yeah, my mom, she used to collect those spoons also.
But what I want to note to Hellwheeler, if you find a good graphic designer, and there's people online, you can actually get customized bookmarks made for places you've been. So if you've been to New Hampshire or New Worcestershire, I just made up a name there. Someone can customize a bookmark and sell it to you for like $5.
That is.
Yeah, just to help you with your collection. Like, think of it. If she did that, she'd get a 1-on-1. Unless she sprouted a franchise. They're like, hey, we want to sell these on our website. Do you mind if we sell your idea on the website? You're like, yeah. Here's a small commish. Sometimes it's how it happens.
Yep.
But all right. Now we
sounded like you were glorifying proxies there for a minute.
Nope. I'm as you know me, I love customized things. I do. I love customizing things. I love getting stuff customized. Too bad for some of the things I like, but I love customization. But we just talked about how we started collecting. We talked about some of the stuff we've collected. What are some of the newer things that you find yourself collecting lately? Start with Hillbilly on this one.
Well, basically it's the same thing. Probably my Magic cards, because that's all I do nowadays. Just play Magic.
Play Magic.
But something else I'd like to collect. I like to get my collection of He-Man figurines back.
Good luck on that. Pixel Dan has gotten that so popular. They're expensive.
Oh yeah, they are expensive.
They're expensive.
I would love to be able to get that collection back again.
Right.
Because just from the memories of growing up, watching He-Man on TV and having all the castles and then all the figurines.
Dude, you're talking about like rich man status here.
Oh yeah, rich man status. I had them all.
Right. Like, just let you know, the company who made He-Man originally, or whoever, not too long ago, created original figurines, reissued original figurines. So some of the figurines you can get for cheaper than the new older ones. So if you started out that way looking for the reissues of He-Man figures, you can start collecting some of your cool stuff.
Yep.
How will it? Sorry, go ahead.
It ain't the same as the older ones, the one when they first came out.
Right. They're not the same, but they look the same. They're made with different plastic nowadays.
Exactly.
How will I?
Yep. I don't know. My latest one is probably Lolcow. Because I've only been in, it's about a year now that I found it, because it was the beginning of this year that I was introduced to Lolcow TCG. So that's probably my most recent collection, and I have enjoyed collecting it. And at the moment the sets are quite small compared to things like Pokemon. I think Magic as well. You've got quite large sets, so I actually have that chance of completing a set, which is always a nice little feeling.
Like that card DJ got that you were looking at.
Yep. I'm still working that. I'm having to wait to find out something first and then get back to him. But I'm hopefully gonna snag it off him because I do need that card.
Need it.
I'm also trying to find he wants number 9, so I'm trying to find where number 9 has vanished to, but it's being elusive at the moment.
I'm sorry.
Hey, that's DJ that needs it.
Yep.
But, if I can find it for him, I will.
Yep, KJ.
Well, there is something I've been wanting to add to my collections. As everybody knows, that I've been slowly starting to get some Magic cards. The Magic stuff will be added to my collections, but there's another step that I want to go, and I want to start collecting poster art.
Oh, that's a good one.
Like
what kind of poster art? Like movie poster art, or
no, like poster art for like comic books and certain stuff, like, and if I can get them, like a Magic the Gathering, like they have those cards that look like cereal boxes, and they got the poster art style cards. I'd like to start collecting like just poster art, like of just the things I'm interested in. Not necessarily movie posters or anything. Those are also a great thing that a lot of people collect.
That's awesome. That sounds really good too. Like really cool. Like if you got the wall space, you're gonna have like your walls covered. Then you're gonna have like a big box with like rolled up posters, just waiting to have a place of their time to shine. I get it.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, that's one of the ideas.
one thing I would like to get in the collection. Well, I'm working on it because I got my Linkin Park collections. I want to collect music, old music again, buy on CD, because I can rip them and make them digital and put them on my MP3 player and keep the disc in good shape. I want to get some. I want to rehash some old bands I loved and collect the music and have a beautiful collection of music. Like I want to get some Limp Bizkit, Green Day, some Offspring, stuff like that. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did you say Offspring or The Offspring?
I said Offspring. The Offspring. The Offspring. Some good music. Blink 182.
Incredible. Oh, Blink 182. Yeah.
Sum 41. I know people will argue with me, but Nickelback is still one of the greatest bands out there. They're not
Who's arguing with you about that?
There are people so Nickelback got overplayed so much, and one guy on what would be considered social media back then, but on TV, made a comment how no one likes Nickelback because they kind of suck. Like between that comment playing over and over again and their stuff being overplayed because people love their music, people just memed out the fact that Nickelback sucked, even though they don't suck. Their music's really good. I jam out to their music.
I like Nickelback.
Yeah.
I mean, at first, like when Nickelback first came out, and you're like, okay, there's this garage sounding band, and you're like, okay, and it grew on you, and you're like, yeah, Nickelback was quick for me to get on the bandwagon for them.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. Chicky says, I'm bringing back the old part of the show. Today's song of the day is I Put My Old Blue Jeans On by David Dundas. I'm assuming that's how it's said. I don't know how the song goes. Yeah, so playing Magic the Gathering. Like I said, I started in Job Corps in 2004, 2005-ish to play Magic the Gathering. I had a friend named Stone. That's what he called himself. So that's his nickname. Who brought his collection from California, and so let people go through his collection, buy decks. He'd let people build a deck for $20. Like go through his collection, build a deck for $20. Even if you knew what you're doing and didn't know what he was doing, he'd just sell you the cards for $20. Because what he wanted to do is get Magic the Gathering in the world of thing. And see, I've been introduced to Magic before, but when I was young, my parents wouldn't let me play it, even though it made no sense. Because my brother, who wasn't even 13 years old, was playing it. And I've heard about it for a long time. And I got to play one deck one time with a friend. And I didn't understand it. But here's a guy who's willing to teach me how to play Magic, for $20. So I bought the deck off him. But my first deck was a mono green weird deck. And I started playing it and started playing in groups. Would do 1v1s, would do 4v4s, 8v8s. Games where everybody got to learn and play Magic, and we communed with each other over this game, and we built relationships and bonds, and the Magic just all of a sudden exploded all over Job Corps and became a thing where Job Corps started buying packs of Magic for people as incentives for doing good.
Oh,
yeah. And so they started hosting tournaments. Then they start, and every Saturday they started driving people to the local game store to excuse me. They started driving people to the local game store to tournaments with pack wins and stuff. It was awesome. Nice. That's how I got into Magic the Gathering. But like through the Magic the Gathering, I met Andrew Scott, as you know, as a Stasis Orb. I've gotten to know a couple other people back in the day, and I built this relationship that kept on going. And ever since I got a Job Corps, I kept in Magic. I was playing pre-releases, F&Ms all the time. I could never find my way to build a tier 1 deck, but that's because I didn't understand Magic back in the day as well as I do now. And we built this lifelong journey of playing Magic the Gathering as part of our livelihoods. Like, it's basically like a build. We set money aside to play Magic the Gathering Fridays and buy cards and stuff. It was awesome. Like, next year, 2025 will officially be my 20-year anniversary of playing Magic.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wild.
Wow. You know, there's a lot of sentimental value to it. Even though the game's changed a lot in like how they do things and whatnot. But I still love playing the game. I love playing games like we had last night. Even though I didn't win like I should have. It was a good game.
Yeah, it was.
You know, but like that's like there's a lot of deep meaning to Magic the Gathering me, because not only part of my life as collecting, but it's part of my history now. Like 20 years of history. You know, that like I'd hope you guys have connections to your hobbies like that, like KJ with his comic books. They stole him away from his childhood without having that father figure there. They gave him an escape. You know, they gave him a way out of his depressions at times. They gave him a reason to think positive and think forward and keep his mind off certain things. You know, Hellwheeler with her cats and her pencils. She doesn't get to go out very much where she'd like to. So when she gets to go places, she's like, I get to get this nifty little pencil, right? This nifty, cute little pencil. It's pink, has ribbons that says Germany, you know, on it. She's like, I've been to Germany. It's still German pencil, you know, something like that, you know. And what is it? One of the things that got her
G word.
the G word.
P word.
Pencils?
No, pink.
Oh my lord!
You've upset the kitties.
Right.
Well, what I had was video games to help me through all that, like that KJ was going through, because I went through it myself.
Right. Yeah, video games are a good escape. But like with Magic the Gathering guy pulled you out of your homelessness. When you're homeless, it pulled, you know, it was after your brain aneurysms and stuff. It pulled you out of a dark funk. There's a lot of hobbies that are important to us for different reasons. See, I knew where I was going with this topic today, because hobbies are a good escape, and when used correctly, help us get out of situations and dark situations.
Yeah.
You know? Now, I'm not trying to pull on heartstrings here. If I'm pulling any heartstrings, I'm sorry. But I'm just trying to bring a realism to how an inanimate object can bring a lot of power to our life when we invest the power into it to help us get out of a funk so we can strive to be better as people.
Yep. I mean, one thing Magic did for me when I had those brain aneurysms, they did bring me out of depression, because you know, I've always worked my whole entire life. Then all of a sudden, boom, my whole life changes. And it led to depression and all that. And boom, here comes Magic to save the day.
Right. Magic saved the day.
Yep.
See, when I grew up, I had an immensely abusive stepfather. My toys at that time brought me away from the depression I had there, because I never really knew kjcgdude until I was an adult. And that's why our bond is so important nowadays with kjcgdude. Because I didn't have him around as a kid, you know, and my only example as a father figure was a horrible example of a father figure. You know, and sadly, it's because, and this is no offense to Hellwheeler, because it's not targeting people in wheelchairs, but it's because he was in a wheelchair and he couldn't do the things he used to, because he was never always in a wheelchair. He used to have life outside of a wheelchair. But he made one stupid mistake one day, and this was a mistake that he made with his friends that cost him his ability to walk. You know, he always regretted that decision and always felt bad for not being able to do the things he used to do, that he let that feeling metastasize, and it built up, and it fermented into a dark emotional feeling that he ended up sharing with us. Like he always looked at me and thought I could always do things better than I was doing it. But instead of telling me I could do better, he'd always put me down.
Well, I'm not vouching for him or anything, but when you have something major happen to your life, it changes you. I mean, it changes you not from the outside. I mean, it changes you all the way around. I mean, sometimes physically, sometimes emotionally. I mean, but from a health point of view, something happens, it can change you.
And this is one of the reasons why I strive to have a very positive show. I didn't have a very positive childhood. Now, I had a comfortable childhood when it comes to living situation and food. But I didn't have positive role models growing up. You know, my mom was always at work. She was always gone for the most of the time. And every time we did hang out, we were able to hang out. We had a good time hanging out together. My stepdad, on the other hand, was the evil step mother of the family, and kind of. But he was a good dad in the end of it. He provided for his family as best he could. He did what he could. But when it came to emotional support, he was total loss. You know, but I strive for people not to go through that situation, because it put me through a lot of emotional issues where I'm seeing therapy for years now, over 10 years now. I've been going to therapy because I didn't know my issues were there, and trying to resolve all these issues. And I want a positive influence for people. And that's why Magic Gathering's been so positive, and other hobbies been so positive. You know, I just want people to wake up and have a good morning. You know, I want people to feel good. I want them to have a bright look at the day. You know, it might be foggy outside, but man, you feeling as good as the sun shining, hopefully, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to dig too deep into things, but seriously, there's a lot of deep meaning behind why I try to keep things so simple and positive.
Yeah. Well, one thing you do is you do provide positiveness in the show,
Right.
and people enjoy that.
Yeah, hopefully. That's why I put an emphasis on this, and this is why I'm like I grew up in a world where I wasn't accepted everywhere I went because I was different. I mean, I grew up in a Mormon town, and I couldn't hang out with all of my friends because I was not Mormon. And I'm like, well, who cares if I'm Mormon or not? And so I like to have people involved in my life who are different, you know, have different styles of living or different histories. I don't care, as long as you're looking to have a positive outlook. You know, I didn't know Hillbilly from left or right or from Adam when he came on the show.
Yep.
But he had a positive attitude. He wanted to keep that going. Well, you know, I know people have different experiences, so Hellwheeler brings a whole different point of view. I mean, there's a lot of things that a lot of people don't know about being in a wheelchair that are just sometimes minute issues that happen all the time. And she has a different look at it because she's like, I just deal with this way. I mean, getting a cat out of a chair is one thing you don't think about, right?
Right.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
KJ,
it's important.
right?
He thinks
KJ,
it's his throne.
that's right. KJ, battling cancer, right? Had this full life.
Fighting, succeeding.
Succeeding. Good words, right? You're fighting, you're succeeding, right? But you come from a full life of DJing, you had this full life of doing other things. Now your point of view is like, now I'm in this battle or this time of my life, and you're trying to be positive. You're showing people you can do it, and so far you're showing people that you can do it. It's amazing how positive we can be. I mean, the show is basically a living affirmation that every day is a good day if you put your right foot forward.
Oh, yeah.
And you put your left foot out, you do the hokey pokey.
And
I mean,
turn around.
Look, I know I'm talking a lot, but you guys can chime in, you know.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I was enjoying just you saying nice things about us. Keep going. I'm patting myself on the back. Keep going.
Everything you're saying, I agree with 100%.
Mm,
And everything you're striving to do, you're doing it.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job at it too.
well, yeah, I'm trying. Yeah,
You're not trying. You're not trying. You're doing it.
right. But every day it feels like work in a way because I wake up every day, set up my desk, set up my computer, whatever. I do the setups, right? And I go searching for pictures every day. I come with a topic every day, and I'm like, I hope this is good enough, and it usually is, especially when you got a rowdy, good crew like us. So you got Hellwheeler, KJ, Hillbilly, Captain Waffles, and everybody else who shows up on the show when they can. We should have a good show. Like I can lately I can see and feel the show evolving more from what it was started as, because it's what it is and it's how it works. I mean, Christmas really shaped a lot of the thoughts and changes. Like believe it or not, we haven't covered a lot of Magic stuff because there hasn't been a lot of Magic news. I mean, the only news we got lately is Hillbilly won last night's game, and that's not official Magic news. That's just news that we did last night, and Hillbilly's like in the sky with it, like happy as all can be. But hobbies is one of the things that bring us together, and hobbies been our escape. But hobbies and collecting has been helping us out, and thank God, whoever you want to thank, is that you're in a place where you can do it.
Yep.
Like things could definitely be worse. I just hope things look better for you. I mean,
I was thinking about this last part of the conversation. It's all about like building as friends and where we've been gone, and we should treat our friends like we treat our most valuable collectibles.
Yep.
And
really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't fall off the shelf. Don't fall off the shelf. Please, please, please. Don't let the cat knock you off. Don't let the cat knock you off.
I got my super fast tortoise in plastic, bagged and boarded. There ain't nothing going to scratch that. Nobody's going to play with the super fast tortoise toy I got.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you guys a lot. Like KJ, holy cow! Yesterday, I was thinking the worst things could have happened because you were so sick, you weren't responding. I'm like, why is he not responding? Like I don't care you missed the show, but let me know you're breathing.
That's all I cared about. That's all I cared about too, was hearing from KJ.
If I would have been able to let anybody know I was breathing, people would have just assumed that I was watching like Night of the Dead or something, because I was a zombie and dead.
Why are you on your serious face? There you go.
I don't know why I was on my serious face.
You're talking serious. Treat your friends like collectibles. They're valuable.
Treat your friends like collectibles.
Don't let them devalue over time. Keep them sealed up, packaged, and hidden away from everybody else.
Yes, and don't let anybody else other than you play with your friends.
That's right.
They might damage them.
Don't damage them. I mean, how are you feeling?
I'm good.
Yeah.
She's good. She's like tired.
Like what? 4 p.m. your time now.
Yeah. No, 6:20.
So
The whole holiday season's just kind of messed up my whole scheme.
Right.
So,
messed up the whole scheme. No.
Just readjusting.
It doesn't help that you're 6 hours off from us in the central time zone here. So you're
I'm just glad it's not like midnight, over there. It's like it's evening time.
It's midnight when I normally do all my streams.
Wow.
Midnight. Oh, thriller.
I do that for all my wonderful American friends.
That's right.
Did you know a good 87% of her following is American?
Wow.
according to analytics. And you know what? A good 27% of you guys have not hit the subscribe button. Please feel free to hit the subscribe button at any point in time. Hit that bell notification and be notified the next time the creep is in your neck of the woods.
That's right. That's right. Check it out. We got the guy shilling for me before we even get to the shill section. Oh, my Lord. But still, I want to let you guys know, the viewers out there, YouTube is one of our hobbies that keep us going too. And you guys make us happy. You guys help us keep going. You guys rock. You guys rule. You know, everything. Everything. But with that, my friends, it's about time to hit
that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise. Building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon. No one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house. We own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Whoa. Too fast. Tortoise, you're moving too fast. Slow down. It's time to relax, everybody. Relax, and get into the mode of, we're going to be getting to the shill section. The shill section. Shill section. Trying to make a scratching disc sound. You can tell Tor's getting old because he's talking about scratching discs. Nowadays, we just like press a button and it goes.
Yep.
More use Suno down AI to make some music.
Yeah.
But anyways, relax. Let the sooth sounds of Hellwheeler's voice tell you how to subscribe and find her channel.
All right. It's a Sunday, so it's normally my day of doing absolutely nothing or whatever I feel like, because I'm normally dead from basketball. But holidays have taken my basketball from me today. However, I do have a match coming up next week. Fingers crossed I'll be able to stream it. Not too sure yet. So I can't give a guarantee on that. But if you're lucky, there may be a randoms live stream next Saturday. Who knows? It will probably be about morning time for you guys, if it does. But yes, my lovely channel has got lots of stuff. All the previous locale question chaoses we've done. That will be continuing the new year. We've still got stuff to talk about and things. Love it for you guys to come along.
Nice. Yeah, that's right.
And there will be something happening on New Year's Eve. I'm not entirely sure what, because I think DJ invited me to his stream as well. So I will definitely be doing something to welcome the UK New Year's in. And then I might have to move streams. I don't know. But keep an eye out. If you're on my Discord, you'll see a notification. And to be fair, if you're on Tortoises, you'll probably see something in the self-promo section if I do and when I do.
That's right. New Year's Eve. Now, if that didn't get your head rolling, KJ will definitely roll your head with his shill section.
Hey, howdy, hey, boys and girls. It's kjcowboydan here. Excuse me. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. KJ Cowboy Dan here, just to let you know that we are having a good time always. Our holidays were great. I partied too hard. Be sure to give me a follow on Twitter or X, for whatever you want to call it. I refuse to call it X. Or you can go over and hang out with me over on Twitch, where I hang out regularly, most of the time with the one and only Miss Jessie Hellwheeler. Now, Wednesday, Jessie and I have a regular Procrastinating Across the Ocean plan. It'll be a New Year's Eve thing. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to get together probably a little early, so that way we can watch the New Year's come in Jesse's time frame. So we'll announce the times for that here in the next day or so. And then we're going to come back at midnight Central to celebrate New Year's Eve in the Central time zone.
Cool.
And after our New Year's Eve, we're going to be heading over to celebrate the rest of the night with Mr. DJ Longhair over at his chaotic New Year's Eve. I don't know what he's decided to call it. DJ's chaotic New Year's Eve, starring DJ Longhair. But we'll be over there for the last 2 hours of the night to celebrate the West Coast, assuming Jesse's able to make it because she's had a hard holiday.
Yeah, too much eggnog.
Oh, I don't see people's fascination with eggnog, but hey, if you like it, you like it.
Blasphemy.
I'll keep to my PC killer. Thank you very much.
Hillbilly.
Who don't like eggnog? Everybody likes eggnog. Egg it. Anyway, 726 subs. The channel's growing. That's awesome. That's great. Tortoise's channel's growing. It's awesome. That's great also. But anyway, let's continue helping the channels grow. Let's help KJ get more subs. Let's help Hellwheeler get some more subs. Let's also help me and Tortoise get some more subs too. All you gotta do is just subscribe, like the channel, leave a comment after the streams are over with. But anyway, this afternoon at 2 o'clock, I plan on doing another arena stream. Other than that, that's all I got planned for today.
All right. Now rolling on, rolling, what? Rolling, what? It's Super Fast Tortoise here. Look, I am at 679 subs. Thank you for all new subscribers. And every time I seem to list how many subs I got, I end up losing some. But let's try not to do that. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers because we got a Commander deck, playmat, deck box, and sleeves to give away when we hit 1,000. So hit that subscribe button. We play Magic on this channel. We do. This is a primary Magic channel most of the time, but like the morning show is whatever it is nowadays. But we play Magic on Fridays and Saturdays. Sometimes Thursdays hit or miss. Wednesdays video games day. We try to do stuff. I'm trying to include you in my part of your life, and I love it when we get to all hang out and have fun. So if you haven't and you want to join the creep, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for notifications. And if you have friends who might enjoy the content like today's episode, share this episode with them. Get them involved. We'd love it. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on wherever you can share it at. Even on Discord. Just click post. It'd be awesome. Be amazing. Be cool. But I want to thank everybody here for being on the show. Mr. Hillbilly, Hellwheeler, KJ. I got K-Checker, Kevin, Coach, Captain Waffles, everybody for joining the show. Thank you for being in the show with us. And I want to remind you all out there in the world today that you are loved. Someone's thinking about you. And if you can, make someone's day just a little bit brighter today. And if you're going to play a game of Magic, play wise, my friends.
I totally want to thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate it, 100%. Like this video as if it's your favorite kind of pizza, dude. And if you wouldn't mind, consider smashing that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. Every one of these things you do helps the channel out a lot.
The moves, the strategies, and the